The fate of 700,000 Dreamers is hanging in the balance.
President Trump wants to end the DACA program, but California's Attorney General is fighting to save it. We have live team coverage of today's events with Candace Crone and Cara Finnstrom. Let's begin with Cara, live at a rally that's just getting started. Cara?
Suzanne, as you can see, supporters of DACA have begun rallying here downtown. We're right in front of the federal building. They walked out of businesses, out of schools at 10 this morning with signs and have been here chanting. California is in a unique position. It is part of the group that filed suit to try to keep the Trump administration from ending DACA. The program offers protections to people who were brought here illegally as children. Here's part of what State Attorney General Javier Becerra said this morning to the justices who will ultimately decide DACA's fate.
There's a right way and there's a wrong way to do things. The federal government tried to terminate the DACA program the wrong way. And today we stand here very proud of the arguments that were made on behalf of the more than 700,000 DACA recipients.
Today's arguments have ended, but a decision is not expected until sometime next year. This case looks into the legalities of the Trump administration's move to rescind the program 2 years ago. President Trump contends former President Barack Obama overstepped his authority when he created DACA, but since then several lower courts have issued injunctions saying the Trump administration acted in an arbitrary and capricious manner. Today, several members of the conservative majority seem to lean in favor of the administration, while the liberal justices emphasized all the people who have relied on the program and will be impacted. They could suddenly lose work permits, and some are now married with children born in the U.S.
I've grown in the same streets or in the same neighborhoods and ate the same food and heard the same music that they do. And I'm just as American as they are, right? This is my home, and they have to remember that when they make the decision.
Everybody comes here with the same dream to be able to get ahead and work hard and really, try to make the best, whether they left violence back at home, whether they've left for economic reasons. Folks are here to contribute and help out, and folks are paying their taxes just as anybody else.
And this group of DACA supporters expected to leave here about noon and head to MacArthur Park, where another rally and a concert is expected. That's supposed to get underway at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, last till 8 tonight. So, DeMarco, Suzanne, clearly all of this very far from being over.
Oh, you're right, Cara. What a day.
Thank you, Cara.